rise up for my mind and my brain. 'Cause I try to fly so high, direction sky. My dream is to fly over the rainbow so high. My dream is to fly over the rainbow. My dream is to fly over the rainbow so high. My dream is to fly over the rainbow so high.
What a coincidence. The family with the women so close.
फिर 1990 में वापस आ गया। हाँ, रांची का
this time इस बार ज़्यादा है. It's not normal.
शाम को
उसमें डॉक्टर स्टोक्स के
रिकॉर्डिंग मत करना, स्टिल ले लेना सर। ठीक।
I must apologize for coming very late, and I had promised. In fact, 4:30 was what I had told you that we'll start. Under that emergency से जब just निकल रहे थे कि जे नहीं निकल रहे थे शायद 76 में निकले थे, emergency चल रही थी 76 में. So under that kind of scheme of things, there was no ragging. So one of the good sides of it is that we did come to know a lot of seniors. So, but unfortunately, with our batch, we did not get to know too many seniors, and only after 2 years, and then we left. Now, one of the things which was scheduled was an interaction with the heads of departments, and the idea at that time, as far as the schedule sheet is concerned, was that the heads will join us for lunch. And the head of civil engineering did join us. I'm not sure because he kind of felt morally bound because I'm from civil engineering. So only that he turned up. And the idea was that if you get to meet the heads, and if you had not kind of an interest to visit the department and the labs, that could have been done in the evening today. But that didn't work out because of all kinds of reasons. So first thing which I would like to say is senior Cambridge wala jo board hai wo ICSC on the state boards and so on. So now that is why we could not agree on a percentage. ये हुआ कि यूपी बोर्ड में 70% की क्या वैल्यू और सेंट्रल बोर्ड में 70% and so on. So ये हुआ कि ठीक है ये सब कुछ मतलब each board should give us or somewhere they have to declare a 20 percentile कि ठीक है हमने अपना बोर्ड एग्जाम किया और रैंक किया और हमारे बोर्ड में 50,000 लोग बैठे 1 लाख लोग बैठे whatever, we have a top percentile which may come to say 78.5% marks. So anybody below 78.5 in that board is not eligible for admission at IITs. So that's an independent criteria. That guy will appear in the second June exam. There is a lot of people that all the student education is now Jason. Jay में बचा है. Jay में सब बच्चे कैसे आ रहे हैं? There are all kinds of problems or all kinds of issues involved. Parents would kind of go.
National schools itself have put the board.
So, and nobody would go. And go
समोसा ले लीजिए।
हीरोइन थोड़ा सा ना तो झलक आई। मैं यही सोच रही हूँ कि होगा जाएगा हर जगह सा ये है।
के यशवंत सिन्हा को हमने कन्विंस किया कि 100 करोड़ आप दो।
Now you can't give it over to your daughter because she didn't want to go investment. Those are the problems that is. And if anybody does not, then the problem is wrong.
तुझे मेरी गाड़ी मिली थी मरने की।
I contacted I got a friend called Girish Pandey. I mean, he is the boss of our small. I mean, like we all say yes, he's the
2,700 rupees per square meter for a tar road. It breaks every year, so that they can give permit every year. 27 ही में पास होते होता है। रिपेयर per square meter में आता है। पूरी tar road की गारंटी इसी पर करनी है। उसका मैंने न्यू बॉम्बे कॉर्पोरेशन में प्रेजेंटेशन किया। 20 लोग सरकारी बैठे। अब आपको 1 किलोमीटर टैक्स है। पर पाइलट 1 साल हो गया वो पाइलट का 1 किलोमीटर का है। बोला 1000 रुपये में मिला। कितना ही प्रॉब्लम नहीं है। Somebody told me to do कभी नहीं करना। He is selling this technology in USA, diameter, every state is using it.
the delayed start to this event or function which is the formal welcome to the institute. And we have with us the acting director, Professor Srivastava, and Professor Manmeet Agarwal, the Dean of Resource Planning and Generation, Dean RPG, and we also have the pleasure of company of some of our senior faculty members, I would say. Professor Prabhashankar is here, of course, and a very warm welcome to all of the batch of 78. It's a pleasure to have you here, and welcome once again to the Institute. So, to get started with the function, let me invite the people on the dais, Professor Srivastava, Professor Manmeet Agarwal, and Anil Gupta, who has been acting as more on our side than on the batch's side as to help us put this event together.
डिपार्टमेंट वाला आदमी ये भी
in the traditional way, we'll start the function with the lighting of the traditional lamp.
वक्रतुण्ड महाकाय सूर्यकोटि समप्रभ निर्विघ्नं कुरु मे देव सर्वकार्येषु सर्वदा।
At the outset of the function or program, I have to read out the names of some of the batch mates of 78 who are no more. So I would like the house to pay respect to these to the departed souls with a minute of silence. The list goes as Tarun Sondhi, Rakesh Upadhyay, Pramod Vishnath Kasalkar, Madhu Anshumali, K.K. Chaudhary, Subramaniam, and Ashok Chadha. We try to observe a minute of silence. Formally, once again, welcome to the Institute. A lot of you have had difficult times coming here with the fog and trains running late, the flights getting delayed, even diverted. I think one of you did have a diverted flight, so with all those difficulties coming in the way, but you still found could place the visit to the campus high on the agenda. I'm happy for that. Thank you so much. I'll invite Professor Srivastava to formally welcome the batch to the Institute.
Good morning to all of you. At the outset, I would like to convey my best wishes for a very happy and prosperous New Year to you and all your family members. I wish that this year brings all the success and happiness in your life. On behalf of the Institute and also on my own behalf, I extend a very hearty welcome to all of you and very much appreciate that you could make your reunion to happen despite relatively rough weather we are having in the northern part of India. I would also like to welcome all my faculty colleagues, Professor Prabhashankar, Professor Mittal, Professor Verma from Physics Department, and our relatively young colleagues, Nachiketa Tiwari, maybe you can show your hand, and Dr. Visak Bhattacharya, he is heading the design program, and also welcome to the staff of Alumni Association, the staff members from the institute. Now, it gives us really great pleasure when we see our alumni in the campus, and we really wait for this occasion to take place. And we always feel proud of your achievements and the glory you have brought to the institute. But friends, many of you must have come during your Silver Jubilee reunion, must have been watching the changes which is happening to the institute. I would like to share only some of them very briefly, and our deans will make detailed presentation after this welcome session to you, and will take your feedback and suggestions and the directions in which the institute must move. Now, IIT Kanpur particularly, and all IITs, the brand name IITs, are very well known across the world. There is no doubt about that, with respect to its undergraduate education. But we have to move quite fast so far as the postgraduate education and research is concerned. We have to make progress with respect to adding research infrastructure very rapidly, world-class research infrastructure, which is required to attract good postgraduate students and also carry out a quality research. We have to add the number of PhD and master's students. Right now, if you see the ratio of undergraduate to postgraduate, it is 3:2. Ideally, we would like to bring at equal level. So we have roughly slightly more than 3,000 undergraduate, about 2,000 postgraduate student. Total strength is right now is 5,700. But we would like to at least enhance to the level of undergraduate students in coming at least 4 to 5 years. We are having shortage of faculty. The load on faculty is growing with the increased strength of the student. Ideally, we should be having about 570 to 600 faculty members. Right now, it is slightly less than 350, correct? Exactly around 340 or so. So we have to make all the efforts to increase the faculty strength. We have to increase the linkages with the industries, utilities, not only within India, but across the globe. Thanks to some funding which we are receiving from the government of India, there are some liberal funding we have received in the recent past, we could add some centers of excellence, such as, and also some of the alumni as well as the industries have given funding. To name a few, our Sample Center, most of you may be aware of that, Nanoscience, Nanotechnology Center, and we are also getting funding for our Sydney Center. So these are only few. But we have to add many more centers of excellence in our campus. And this requires enormous effort, connecting ourselves to industries, connecting to various government bodies, and also utilities in the country. And that is where we need your help, actually. This is not possible without the contribution coming from the alumni side, because you are the one who is seeing the whole world. You are located at different parts of the world. We would like to be connected to the extent possible to wherever the opportunities are lying. Now we have gone beyond our Kanpur campus. We are going to have very soon an extension center. The work has already started in Noida, and this will be also kind of outreach and the liaison office and many other activities we have planned. And many of you may know that, might be knowing that we have also, our board has approved setting up the New York office. Thanks to one of alumni and many help we got, people like our Sharmaji sitting here, that this came to reality. And we are now trying to decide the persons we are going to recruit there, what will be the structure. But the main purpose is again to go nearer to our alumni, nearer to the people from whom we want to collaborate in future. The increased strength of a student has also created pressure to the institute in terms of infrastructure growth within the campus itself. Now, in only 3-4 years, we have grown from 3,000, maybe 3,500 students strength to 5,700. In coming 5 years, we are targeting about 6,400. We may touch very close to 7,000. Now that requires the growth in not only lecture halls, the housing of the students, the labs have to be strengthened, and all around facilities have to be provided. The batch size today is about 850, one entry batch. Now, if you remember, we used to have 4 courses. So if you have to teach in one class, it's not possible. We don't have any lecture room of 850 size. So we are dividing into 2 sections. Even then, we require a classroom of about 450 to 500 size. We have already expanded our lecture hall up to L17. 17 lecture halls are there. Possibly in your time, I think L7 was the last one. So last few years we have added up to L17. We are planning to add 3 more, L18, 19, 20, which is 2 of 400 size and 1 is 600 size. We did an extensive exercise last year with the help of our Institute Space Planning and Allocation Committee, and one town planner we actually took the help to decide our master plan. So looking at the growth which is expected, how to go ahead, where to place our academic building extension, where the housing will come up. So roadmap has already been prepared. It is Master Plan 2021. And we are moving in that direction. Many of the buildings where the floors are not properly utilized, we are going ahead with the multi-storied constructions. As of now, if you see the requirement, academic area itself has to grow about 60 to 70% more than what we are having. And you can imagine, to create an existing infrastructure is a really difficult task. We have to demolish some of the buildings. We cannot demolish so easily, which are underutilized. So at least 1 or 2 we have identified where we can go for vertical extension. Research infrastructure also we have to add. Research park has been planned. Yesterday itself we had discussed phase 1, which is covering about 10,000 square meter area. Total area allocated about 30,000 square meter is already being planned. And we are going to have centers of excellence set up there in coming future. So all these require some kind of planning, not only planning, but the most important thing is the funding. We are only depending on the government funding at present. But specifically the research park, setting up of research park, any outreach activities we want to extend will require external funding. And in all the respect, we need your guidance, where to get from and how to grow it. So we will require your continuous support. I think I will not take much time. I just wanted to give you a glimpse of that. Hostels, we have already gone ahead with Hall 11. And your time it was Hall 5. That was the last hostel. There are 2 girls' hostels right now. One is being actually converted to multi-story, the old girls' hostel. So in coming, Hall 12 has been planned. The construction will start very soon of 1,200 capacity. So with these additions, we will be able to accommodate more than 7,000 students, including about 1,200 girls students. The number of girls students are also going up. So that is the plan we have. So with these words, I welcome again to all of you. I hope that despite the bad weather, you will enjoy your stay here. You will be able to interact with your old teachers. Some of them are still here, and also your old colleagues in and around the campus. So thank you very much.
Passion and the future plans of the institute. We now proceed for the formal, what you can call a welcome with the giving of the sashes and a package from the office of the DRPG for the alumni and a small token for our welcome for the ladies who have come here. So I'll request Professor Srivastava to move downstairs. We'll all go down, and I'll request Mr. Anil Gupta to kindly take over and read out the names of the alumni who are here.
I just want to have some kind of contact office within the Kanpur city very soon, where they can pose their problems. And one person who is already earmarked to attend to their problems. But I would like to specifically thank Mr. Anil Gupta for his work in the Parivartan, which has really changed. We are changing the face of the Kanpur. Thank you very much.
For this reunion, two names I must mention, that of Tarun Desai and Krishna Kejriwal. They both of them, they really have that motivating people. There is always a debate in this month of early January because of the fog and everything. Coming to Kanpur is a challenge. I will just announce the names, and to start with, obviously, Anil Sinha being 011. Please, Anil Sinha is from Dehradun, and he's always very much about engaging with the institute. He's a good singer as well, so I'm sure this evening when we get together, so we'll get a chance to hear him.
Yeah.
So why don't you also please join us. The next on my list is Brijesh Chandra, but I don't see him here. I think people, as I say, the people coming from US are very prompt, and then people from Bombay did all right. Delhi people, they had trouble, so and then Kanpur people were late, and the people from the camp. I'm Ahmedabad, and then oh, there. I got confused with this. Okay. And now he's in Bombay. So he has this distinction. Lecture. Deepak Uppal. Deepak, he was, as we used to say, he was a debonair of our batch. That charming is still pretty nifty. Lives in Delhi and working with Western Globe. Tarun Madhukant Desai. And I would like Anita to please join Tarun. Tarun and I, we share a special bond because after graduating from IIT Kanpur, both of us we were together when we were doing masters in the US. So we shared the same university and the same apartment as well. So. Gunjan Bagla, I don't see. I think he was to come to from the city because his mother is in the city, so I think he went to see her, probably late. Next would be Prakash Kemka. Prakash, once again, is from Mumbai, chemical engineering, and he is in the plastics business now. Dhiren was my project partner in BTech final year here. So we once again share a special bond. And now he lives just outside Boston in the New England area, where I also spent about 5 years of my time when I was there. Neeraj Sangal, once again I see him missing probably with his family. He has his brother on the campus here. Nirmal Agarwal. Nirmal, I don't know whether I should call you from Mumbai or from Fort Lauderdale, Oregon. He has, and now a third one in Noida as well. So he has got three operations going, and he somehow tries to manage between the 3 locations, shuttles from one place to the other all the time. Widely traveled. Raju Agarwal, and please, I would like the better half to join Anita. Please join in. Raju could not be here for the Silver Jubilee, so he is coming to the campus after 35 years, and yeah, we also met after 35 years. Especially nice to see him after all these years. And seeing that he hasn't gained all those pounds that all of us have. Kept in shape.
No, he has, but he was much lower before.
Oh, okay.
More proud.
Change is there.
Right. Rajavardhan Asthana. He is the one who really brought very special guavas yesterday, so we all enjoyed having that bull session. That was very nice. Rakesh Bansal, once again, being from the campus, he had to be absent, right? I don't see him here yet, so probably Ravi Krishnan.
Oh, are
And I would like Lakshmi to please join him, please. Ravi and Lakshmi.
They are the youngest couple here.
Ravi is from Kerala, but he forgot Malayalam, and Lakshmi is not from Kerala, but she speaks fluently. So that's.
Okay. Thank you.
Sanjay Agarwal and Sunaina, please join in. Sanjay and Sunaina, they are from Meerut. Poor fellows, they were stuck in that Sangam Express for 14 extra hours. 14 extra hours. किसी निधि इनको कल खाना नहीं मिला, आज स्पेशल ध्यान रखिए. Dinesh Sharma, Dinesh Divanchand Sharma. Sorry Deepak, Dinesh is the one who went to RBI. You both of you.
I'll also go sometime. Still time.
Yes. We all went to LA.
I know.
Dinesh now lives in Delhi. Krishna Kejriwal. Krishna is the one in the city here, so Krishna and I, we are able to meet each other quite often, and hasn't been possible. Next I have Vinay Agarwal, but he's stuck on Shram Shakti, so he'll be, I think, by evening tea time or something he might be here, which is supposed to come early in the morning. Ajay Banerjee, he is missing. I think he is probably a late riser or something. So, Alok Verma. And Rashmi, please. Rashmi. Is Rashmi here?
Yeah, she's here.
Yeah, please join us. There's a nice picture of Rashmi in Dainik Jagran this morning. So I think it would be nice if all the newspapers can come up and see that. And Sudhir Sharma, I have this name on the list. I think is he there? He's coming by Shakti also. Sudhir is also still there. Then we have some masters and PhD graduates of 78. Mr. Dhumal Krishna Rao. He did his MTech in 1978. What department?
Metallurgy.
Metallurgy.
I'm odd man.
But the good thing is, as was told, the institute is giving more emphasis on masters and PhD graduate students now. So it's good. Yeah, that number has to be balanced. Good. Rakesh Sharma was again MTech 1978. I've been told that Mr. Sharma has been coming to institute every year now and has been very much involved. So that's very nice. Lives in New York.
Photograph.
Then we have Professor Vinod Tare, but I don't see him here. And I wasn't even aware that he also graduated with us. So good. Professor Tare. Professor Veer Raghuram. Is he here? Mr. Surendranath Tripathi, Dr. Surendranath Tripathi. And then we have graduated with MSc with us, Professor Harish Chandra Verma. You didn't know that?
Yeah. I thought I said it.
And Professor Verma also, he's a social entrepreneur. He's very much involved in a lot of, maybe later on he can share with us. He does a lot of social work as well. So that's the list, and then I can have my sachet as well.
Yes.
Photo.
Thank you.
Arun, it spills out right away.
Yeah.
Banners have been told to do this.
I don't know, I thought by now you guys must have been bored, but a few things, just a couple of things that I would like to mention is there is a tradition for all the reunions when the batches come here to help the institute and the alumni association. They commit something. Unfortunately, for our batch, the requisite number is not here, and we have not been able to really talk it out. So, but I'm sure the passion and the connect that we have with the institute will do something. But what it is, so I am not able to say anything on that yet. We will not only the ones who are already here, but we will also talk it out with other batchmates, and obviously whatever it is that we can do for the institute, we will do. So I am taking that liberty of doing that on behalf of our batch. The other thing I just would like to mention is there has been some progress in terms of we all feel that the city of Kanpur needs help, and the institute itself is also hurting because of that. Even though in the academic areas and in a lot of other areas, IIT Kanpur has always been ranked #1 even amongst IITs, but in one area which we always feel that, especially Bombay and Delhi, they become the gainers because of the location, because of the city, how the connectivity is better, obviously, and so the placement sometimes are better in those IITs. So there has been a feeling that something should be done for the city as well, because a better Kanpur will definitely be better for IIT Kanpur. So with that feeling, we have already started the dialogue amongst IITK Foundation. So whatever money comes to IIT, maybe some money can be allocated for project. Obviously, I mean, you cannot improve the city with this money, but we can act as a pressure group. And we have talked about it. Ram Mishra was here last year, and all of us agreed. Dr. Dhande was all for it. And I have not had a chance to speak to the current director yet because he just joined. So I'm sure, because even like for the faculty members, their spouses, for example, the employment opportunities. If it was in a bigger city, obviously it provides a lot more those kind of opportunities. So I think some sort of a connect between the city and IIT Kanpur has to be established, and especially because I have been doing some work for the city under the Parivartan name. So obviously this is something that we have been talking, and we will be talking more about it. So I think there's a concept of KSIP, Kanpur City Improvement Projects, and some of those things, some resources of the money that is donated to institute maybe can be utilized for that. Not once again, not for the projects, we cannot do that, but for example, this railway line here, we all feel that this track has to go from here. It is creating a lot of problems for the city and for IIT Kanpur also. And there has been a talk about diverting this track, which runs along the GT road from here, from Mandhana to Bhati, and that way connected with the main railway line. And this will free up this space, and a lot of congestion can be done. So I think with the pressure group like IIT Kanpur and Kanpur together, we will be in a better position to get things like these done by the government. So I just wanted to fill you guys up with that. And we will keep on talking as to how, as alumni of the institute, we can do whatever it is that we can do for the institute to make it better. On behalf of our batch, once again we thank the institute and the alumni association to give us this opportunity to be together. Reunions are always very special, and we always look forward to this, and thank you very much.
I now invite Ms. Monica Agarwal to give the vote of thanks.
Morning, everyone. I would like to propose a vote of thanks to everyone who has helped make this event an enjoyable and successful one. Professor S. Srivastava for taking out his time from his duties and spending some of it with us. Thank you very much. Professor Mishra, the Secretary of Life Association, who has been the driving force in organizing this reunion. Along with him, the Office of Alumni Association, many others, DRC office, RT, and several others who have contributed towards the organization of this event. And all the other usual institute departments like guest house, the transport section, and others who have all contributed. And finally, Anil, for being the mover of this batch in making this union, and all of you for taking out time from your respective professions and coming over to the campus and giving us the benefit of your company and from IIT Kanpur, and I hope you continue to have a good time. Thank you.
Before we close the session, when I see Neeraj has just joined us, so maybe we can have the photograph with it.
He's a hero.
Don't carry your orange. Holding on to his orange.
Nice to see you. How are you? You're still dividing your time?
No, now that is over. Now I'm full time.
Full time back here. Oh,
Okay. Right. Smile. Smile. Enough. Thank you.
आदत नहीं है राजू को
Towards the city, was there fog on the way when you drove down?
No, today was fine. Vinay Agarwal is on the way.
Acha, पहुंच गया.
His train is just passed right now.
How many hours were you there?
Then I also got busy with this project.
अब ऐसा लगेगा कि ठंड में क्या हो रहा है फोटो में आइए आइए
किसकी शक्ल बदल के बन गई? रिस्पेक्टिव हस्बैंड्स के साथ
पहचान लेगा वो, कोई बात नहीं, दूर रहोगे तो भी पहचान लेगा.
जाएगा.
थर्ड लेयर चाहिए था.
हो गया
तेरे को क्या जल्दी है यार? हो गया कर रहा है.
अब देखते रहो एक जगह में वैसे ही इधर उधर
कंसंट्रेशन होता नहीं.
स्क्वायर कट किया उसने.
ठीक है.
अब बताओ कंटामिनेशन है. खींचते रहो नहीं अभी खत्म नहीं हुआ.
अभी असली नकली सब खत्म.
वन मोर है वही
10 more.
ओके फिनिश्ड. थैंक यू.
दूध है ना इसमें.
Thank you, Anil. Thank you for water.
क्या बात है. Whatever it is. I know. Is it for a particular department or you want to do it for the campus? we want to assign a project. Can you revert that?
Please. Right. You have to look this up. Right.
And see, because absorption levels were also very high.
Chemical will get covered at 12. The campus shoot, we can do it 2 points. I take the same architecture. But then group can go. Other group can go.
तुम लोग तो जानते ही नहीं ना, याद ही नहीं ना, ये सब I read your blog, and of course, for me, among the academic blogs, yes, among the academic blogs which I read, at the moment you are at number 2.
And it was formally inaugurated sometime in September 2001. It's almost close to 11 years that the department is on, and I joined in April 2002, and almost I'm there from the beginning, because that is when in 2002, that's when we started the program, teaching program. We started with PhD and MTech, and in 2004 we started the BTech program. So this is a 4-year BTech program which we call as Biological Science and Bioengineering. Likewise, we have an MTech and of course PhD program that we offer. So here the students who enter the BTech program, they need not have formal biology exposure in their class 11 and 12. This is just like any other BTech program. They are admitted through the JEE, and we start with introduction to biology. Now it's a core course for all the undergraduates that join this institute. We have what is called the Life 101, which gives an introduction to the biology. In the PhD and MTech, in PhD we already graduated about 30-35 students, and right now the strength is about 65. And the MTech batches per year is the intake is around 15 or so. That's the number that we have now. And in BTech it's about 40-45. That's per year. That's the number. If you look into the research component and the faculty areas and so on, there are 3 major disciplines, I would call, because when the department was established, there was a clear message that was given by the National Advisory Committee as well as the core group that it shouldn't be a biotechnology department where it is focused mainly on kind of product development. Rather, it should address some fundamental issues and try to use engineering principles to understand some of the biological problems which otherwise may not be addressed. That was one of the focus area that was given. So based on that kind of an vision that was given, the department was established. One of the major thrust for this department was the MP Labs fund that was, Sri Arun Shourie has given. That's the kind of building that we got, and the initial infrastructure for the department, established by the MP Labs fund that Arun Shourie has given for this department, this initiative. And the 3 distinct domains. One is, of course, the basic core biology aspects, where which we call as cell biology, genetics. That's trying to understand at the cell and tissue level how the information is processed, and how, for example, the disease happens, and for example, can you make stem cells for therapeutics, and this kind of an focus area is one of them. And the other aspect is what is called as structural biology and bioinformatics or computational biology, where at least 3 faculty members looking into the structure of the proteins, because the proteins are the targets for most of the drug development and so on. They're trying to understand how the structure determines the function, and can we use the information that is derived from the structure and its function for developing drugs. And can you, for example, there are some of the challenges have been that how do you identify where the drug should, can we predict which site of the structure of the protein could be more attractive if we have to design a drug for that. That's the kind of second area. The third area that we have is called as a bioengineering, where people have been interested in looking into come up with device to, for example, control drug delivery. Like the drug is a conditioner, for example, only when that is required should be delivered, or targeted delivery. This is one of the applications. Second, for example, coming up with what is called as a scaffold to grow cells, therefore you can differentiate into organs. For example, you can have knee joints which you use, for example, metallic thing, then can we have a natural substitute for that? So can we grow cells in a 3-dimensional structure and then differentiate into, for example, the cartilage or bone, therefore that could be kind of a replacement and so on. Or you could have something like transfusion devices and things like that. That's the area that comes under bioengineering. There were also some projects on biomechanics, understanding the mechanics of the system, be it the digestive system or any other system, and trying to understand what could possibly go wrong in disease condition and pinpoint what could be done. So this is major, the focus area that we have. So in all these things, the major emphasis on looking into the biomedical aspects, more into discovery as to what goes wrong and coming up with certain targets for treatment therapeutics. So that's the kind of overview of the department that we have.
And there is this whole area of biofields, the imaging and all that.
Right.
So is there any thought of doing some work there?
Imaging, yes, of course. That's not necessarily the brain, but one of the faculty members who just recently left because of his medical condition, he looked at, for example, the digestive tract. There are people who have what is called as they throw up, they have heartburn syndrome simply because there's a valve that closes, the tract that goes from your mouth to your
non-return valve.
Right. So that opens up. Therefore, sometimes acidic, the food comes out.
Reflux.
That would reflux. That's the problem. So what he looked at, why you have this kind of thing? Is there any mechanical property for that? So he basically looked at the MRI imaging data that is available and came up with a simulation and a 3D reconstruction to understand what exactly is the problem. So that is one application that we have.
I am actually talking about something at a much deeper level than actually directly imaging the organ, let's say, as to why exactly the organ is behaving in a particular way.
Right.
So see, we are seeing, okay, an organ is doing something and we think that is the cause, but the cause could be something much behind that.
Yeah, no, we don't have.
So there's this field of the biofields, the human biofield, and how to read the human biofield, how to interpret it, how to actually also cause corrective there, which could, so there's a lot of, interesting work happening in this area. Then as I told you about this perceptions and beliefs and how they cause change at the cellular level.
Right.
There's also, many such associated areas, like, I recently, I have a book by a neuroscientist who has done some very interesting work he's published a book called Spiritual Doorways in the Brain. So, all these experiences which can fundamentally change the life, even at a physical level, even at a biological level, what exactly is happening in the brain?
Right. So right now we do not have any such kind of thing. I mean, there are if you restrict our discussion to neuroscience, for example, there are a couple of faculty, I being one of them, looking into neurological aspects of many disorders, basically the neurogenetics. There's another faculty, Jonakis, and she looks into, for example, the brain development, the way the neurons make connections and how that results in the kind of perception that we have. But we are not looking into the kind of that the area that you are looking at, you are mentioning. But we have one project that is coming up, not exactly the way you are describing. This is on the Prakriti, probably you know about it. That is a Indian traditional medicine. They have looking at the future and where you are born and all. You will be able to say what kind of susceptibility you have for a given disease and all. But these are nobody has a scientific kind of support for this kind of thing, and that is something that we started looking into.
Okay.
For example, some people have a dementia, or they age faster than the other Prakriti type and so on. Does it have any cellular basis? That is something that we are about to start, but we don't have any right now anything to say on that. But that is one of these aspects that we are looking into. So,
in fact, if possible,
I have a question. In my company, we do a lot of work with the largest medical device companies in the world, Roche Diagnostics, Becton Dickinson, Covidien, and so on. And there are two areas where I think all the medical device companies are looking to expand. One is to address the diseases and problems of the next 2 billion people, beyond the 1 billion people who live in the developed world. And for that, I think work being done in India can benefit not only India but also all of the other emerging economies around the world. So I have some questions about things like diabetes and malaria and TB, which are not problems so much of the Western world as they are. India is the world capital for diabetes, and most of the work I see is being done by physicians in a practice setting rather than in a university. So that's one area I have questions about. The other is, today with data being readily available, things around informatics and the Human Genome Project can be done anywhere in the world. It doesn't matter where you are located, since so much of it is data intensive. And the question about either of those areas are, how much are you exploring here at Kanpur?
Right, we have actually one of the faculty who is actually the head of the department. He is basically a bioinformatics person. He uses all these data that are available to understand many of these aspects. His expertise is bioinformatics, Shankar Ramakrishnan. So he looks into the genome, protein, and then trying to understand in different aspects, right from evolution to the disease. That's what he looks at. That answers one of your questions. When it comes to diagnostics, there are two things. One, not exactly in diagnostics, but we don't have anybody in that biomedical engineering discipline. We have mostly who understand the physiological problems and things like that. There's one Dr. Ashok Kumar who looks into the product development as like downstream processing and things like that. He a person who comes up with different types of polymers which could